Good morning.
Hey, yo, what the?
10K TV.
Welcome to another episode of 10K TV, presented by 10,000 Takes. I'm your host, Adam Oz, joined always by my co-host, Kevin Olm, and producer Dustin Luco, where we cover all things NFC North, with Kevin backing the Packers, Dustin supporting the Bears, and myself, of course, and this week, sadly, riding with the Vikings. Kevin, we are really putting producer Dustin to work over here.
We are, and I'm going to take a brief moment to turn the sound up on my phone and make sure that our microphones are working.
Yeah, because the test that we did in here, we weren't able to actually get audio, so we want to make sure we're good.
Let's
all right,
go.
You can hear us. That's great.
God, this
so
is such a
it's
well-oiled machine.
well-oiled machine. We normally have our what normally would be our producer Marlo. He's MIA at the moment, so we don't know, and we had to start because you know it's 5:52.
He's laying low.
He's laying low. We actually have Monday Night Football starting in like 8 minutes. So, but we do have a couple shots that I'm going to be doing, and Dustin's going to be doing one.
Dustin has one. One remains deferred.
Yes, so these are the deferred ones from last week, where it was between Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels in a fantasy football head-to-head with 6-point passing touchdowns, and Jaden Daniels won that one there. So I'm taking one for that, and then the other one we did a tush-push bet. And I think the final count ended up being only like two.
I think it was two.
Like two, and then
There was like one where like
they lined
it got
up
called back,
yeah.
or they did something
so
else.
They lined up for them, and it just the ones that actually counted in the box score. I think it ended up only being two. So I will be doing another one for that. So
it was one on the first drive, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I might be in trouble here."
Yeah. So I will. I'm just gonna start doing mine here. And
So which game do we want to start
let's
with?
just start.
here?
We're gonna start with the Eagles. We're going chronological. We had two noon games going on, and it was the unless you want to start with the. I don't have a whole lot of the Bears Saints.
Well, we could just do the Bears quick because I was looking through my notes from the Monday night game,
All right, I'm gonna take mine then.
Okay.
and my notes for yesterday's game were pretty much the exact same. So I can just do a knock
Time is a
two
flat
birds with one
circle.
stone.
Sure.
So let me do my shot, and then we can get into the Bears game.
The
Well, there's
Bears
one.
game and their thrilling victory over one of the worst teams in football.
Hey, that's not important. They won. A win's a win. Yeah.
Well, I'll keep that energy for later in the show here.
Oh,
When we talk about my Packers.
sure.
So Dustin, how you feeling? Your Bears have won 4 in a row, as
Now
we were
we're
discussing.
getting hot against some not so great teams.
So which teams? I can't even. So we got the Saints. Then who else was it?
The Commanders.
Who, by the way, they got dog walked by the
Cowboys.
Yep.
And I can't remember the team in between the Cowboys and the Commanders.
Raiders.
The Raiders. Yes, that's right.
Wow. and
Gauntlet.
And you have next week the Ravens, who in theory would get Lamar back maybe someday.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. I'm hoping they don't.
Okay.
Because it would
shocked.
be nice to beat
Yeah.
up on them before he gets back.
Well, you'd rather play Cooper Rush than Lamar Jackson?
What?
It's a coin flip, but yeah.
They're pretty similar guys.
Yeah.
So my
yeah.
notes. This is for the Commanders game, and the.
You're giving.
Saints
Oh yeah, I
game.
guess because the Commanders we hadn't recorded last
Oh.
week.
So
yeah.
my
okay.
first note was Swift needs to play like this every week.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
so
know
far,
what has happened, but like the first 2 weeks, it was just that run into the line and get like a yard.
yeah.
And it was over and over and over. And it's like, all right, this guy sucked last year. Why do we still have him? I'm tired of it.
Sure.
And then he just like, I don't know if maybe like Patches O'Houlihan started talking to him and said, you need to get mad, get angry.
Get
And then
angry.
he looked into the stands and he saw his wife getting kissed on by some.
Are you comparing DeAndre
trainer?
Swift to like the nerdy guy from Dodgeball?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he
Mail order
started.
bride guy.
I mean, he's been running angry now. I don't know. Maybe the offensive line has just been playing a lot better because he's found some really big holes, busted out a couple 20-plus yard runs each game.
Now, you've also been playing worse defenses.
No.
Might be something to
the
do.
Cowboys'
No.
defense isn't good.
The Cowboys'
They
defense
let
is
the
bad.
Packers score like 40.
Oh, so you're saying he didn't do a good job?
He did okay. No, he
Because
did okay
run
against
defense
them.
Because
not
in the
good,
games
though.
before that, he played against the Vikings and the Lions, who I think we can say have above average defenses.
Yeah,
Like,
and against the Lions, we were down so fast.
yeah,
we had
that he
to
didn't really
throw
have a
the whole
chance.
game.
Yeah.
My second note is Caleb Williams sucks. During the Commanders game, they showed a graphic that I think it was 28% of his passes are off target,
Okay.
which
not great.
is like
pretty
by
high.
far the worst in the league.
Oh,
Okay.
Um,
You big Troy Aikman guy?
he must be.
Aikman was just roasting Caleb Williams from what I heard.
Yeah, they didn't meet.
I don't know if I was
production
actually listening to the game. I think I only had it like on in the background.
So you were only half paying attention.
Yeah, I
to
had
the
other
sport
stuff going on.
that we talk about. Okay.
All right. He also made some bad decisions. More so, I didn't really see a ton of the game yesterday. But against the Commanders, there was a lot of times where he could have run, and I think I've seen this all year, is where he just decides to pass, even though he is mobile and he can run. He's just choosing not to.
Sure.
It seems like Caleb Williams, I think we've said this before, he's trying to do the same thing that he did in college, where he runs around like a Madden play, dodging guys, but not actually scrambling.
And then
Yeah.
he makes a
And then
huge
he
throw
tries to
downfield.
huck the ball down the field,
Yep.
and it's just in the NFL you kind of have to take what you can get sometimes, and it feels like
there
he's
were
not
a
ready
couple
to do that.
throws in the Commanders game where he did that, and
Yeah.
the receiver got lit up.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you had a 15-yard run,
Yeah.
easy, and you threw it and almost put your guy out of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so Caleb Williams are still out.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, Jalen and the Cat are listening. Shout out.
Well, that's good.
In the chat.
So
else
I've
you
got
got?
2 points here that are kind of hand in hand. The run defense sucks,
Okay.
and get Billings off the field. He's that big fat dude in the center.
The nose tackle.
Yes,
Is what some would call that.
I think they're trying to act like Akeem Hicks is still on the team.
The run defense sucks. You guys allowed 44 yards rushing because Taysom had -4.
Okay, well, I'm talking about this. I wrote this note again after the Commanders game.
So we're reading week-old notes. Okay.
Yes, but a lot of them carry over to this week.
Okay.
But
So-
yeah, they're acting like Akeem Hicks is still there and he can just take on two guys. This Billings guy is not good.
Okay.
I don't even think he's a starter. I think we just had an injury, and he has been playing a little bit.
Had 60 yards against you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
There was also kind of salty about this because I might have not had to have that shot bet loss on the Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels bet.
Sure.
There was an illegal formation called on a Roma Dunze touchdown.
Yeah.
Then they go and they show the replay and they say, all right, yeah, so to be illegal formation, the tackle has to be his farthest point forward is behind the farthest point back of the center. And they
So
drew a line on the side view, and he was definitely not. Like, his whole helmet was across the
So
line.
we're litigating, just to clarify, illegal formation calls from 7 days ago in a game that you won anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
And my last note
This is why you tune in,
Yes,
all right?
yeah.
My last note is we finally have a kicker that can kick more than 50 yards.
Cool.
We got Jake Moody, and hopefully he doesn't have his, like, terrible
Does he have?
stretch
He has
that
a high
had.
trajectory, not a low trajectory.
I don't know, he can kick the ball more than 50 yards.
That's great.
Just accuracy's not always
Just
the best.
he had
yeah,
one
I'm
block.
just concerned about the
He
trajectory.
had one blocked against the Commanders.
Not the highest trajectory.
So yeah, I feel like
But-
it's a lateral move.
Yeah. Just a little stronger. Still low trajectory,
Yeah,
but
as
it's
long
stronger.
as he doesn't have
He goes
his
harder.
shitty
Hitting it with a
kicks
one
like he
iron
did
out
in
there.
San Francisco, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Okay.
Nice. Well, you're on a 4-game win streak, which is more than either of us can say.
Correct.
In the last 4 weeks, you'd be top of the division.
Yeah, the Vikings haven't had they've won,
even
lost,
won 4
won, lost. Like they just keep alternating at this point. So that's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good for the Bears. They've won 4 in a row. They were what are they now? Are they 4-2?
They're 4 and 2.
4-2.
What weren't they like that last year?
Then they lost.
Yes, we were.
a bunch in a row.
Ah,
I think,
no.
I think more than 9, less than 11.
Okay.
Um,
So we're on 10 game
we're
losing
on
streak watch.
We're on losing streak watch
All
now
right.
officially with
All
the
right.
Bears.
Well, history repeats itself.
They're getting ramped up for
Yeah.
that losing streak.
Okay. Surely nothing will go wrong at this point.
Well,
at
so the
4-2.
games had to play next. They had to play Ravens, Bengals, Giants, Vikings, Steelers, Eagles.
I don't think there's a lock win in there.
I don't think so
Steelers.
either. There's a lock win if Lamar doesn't play.
I
Yeah.
think the Steelers is a lock win.
Against you want to bring Aaron
Where
Rodgers
is it?
into Soldier Field?
I'm not scared of him.
God, yeah.
I'm not scared of him.
At
You're
Soldier
not scared of him?
Bad man can't hurt me.
I think he
Still
very much can.
Still very much can. He's not retired here, Dustin. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Bears run game finally showed up, and they desperately needed it because their pass game was pretty abysmal against a pretty lackluster team in the Saints, and then Spencer Rattler is not good. Those are my 2 notes.
No, Spencer Rattler had been overachieving and like looking semi-competent the last couple weeks, and I mean he's still not like the worst
He's
thing
not booty
ever.
cheeks, but
No, he's not Tua, but like he's not good.
he's not a franchise quarterback.
No.
And he's already undersized, and he doesn't have a whole lot of like physical attributes that like he can make some really nice plays, because there was a reason he was highly touted like in college for like a minute, and then already the character stuff, and then he transferred and he had a decent season at South Carolina, but then again he just doesn't have the physical traits to get away with, I think, some of the other stuff.
Well, his name's Spencer.
Spencer.
You know,
Yeah.
like, ugh.
I got a brother-in-law named Spencer.
Yeah, but is he a franchise quarterback?
No.
Yeah,
no, he's
exactly.
not.
There
No,
we
he's
go.
not. Yeah, so that maybe there's a point there. Maybe there's a connection. So yeah, Spencer's not great franchise quarterbacks.
No, I think they're like 0 for 1. I
Yeah,
don't know.
so
I don't know
Bears,
another one.
Bears won at home against the Saints, 26-14, to improve to 4-2. So
Congratulations,
good,
Dustin.
good job, Dustin.
Thanks, guys.
Um,
It feels good to be above some of the teams in the NFC North.
Yeah.
that's good. That's
Are
good.
you guys technically like? What?
I think
how
you
do the
guys are
standings
ahead of
shake
us.
out?
Yeah,
we're ahead of you
I think
for
it's
sure.
Lions, Packers.
Lions are
Bears.
4-2 now because they haven't had their bye yet. So
Correct.
and they play tonight. So
And they have the tiebreaker over
actually, they
us,
started
so-
playing 2 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Um,
correct.
yes, Jalen Adam did say booty cheeks.
Straight booty cheeks. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, so the Philadelphia Eagles traveled to Minnesota, taking on the Vikings at noon, where the Vikings lose 28-22. And if you watched my recap yesterday, just an unbelievably frustrating game. This game was just so unbelievably winnable. I mean, you look at the numbers, we had better time of possession, we had more yards, we got down to the red zone, we had more first downs. I mean, we did exactly what we needed to, just minus converting in the red zone.
Have you seen the chart that gets posted
Oh, yeah.
every week about like how
yeah.
badly you got beat? So like this week the Chiefs, like they beat the Raiders
And
and
that's
they
'cause
fucking
they took the-
killed
yeah,
the Raiders.
yeah.
And the Eagles,
They
were
won.
one of the 2 teams I think that won the game, but were like negative on the chart.
They were unbelievably negative.
Yeah.
Like it's been a minute since I've seen a chart
it was
go
a
that
dominant
deep.
loss by the
Yeah,
Vikings.
and I
this
just
week.
it was one of those things like I'm not gonna sit here and harp and being like, oh, we shot ourselves in the foot in this game more than once. We cannot have 6 red zone trips and only 1 touchdown. You can't do that on top of having 2 turnovers and expect to win. You can't. You're sacrificing 4 points, or 3 or 4 points every single possession or every time you go to the red zone.
Yeah.
Now, you could make an argument that should have been 3 touchdowns, but apparently Blake Brandel held Jalen Carter, which took away a Jalen Naylor touchdown when Jalen Carter just slipped and fell to the ground. And that is not a hold as long as the offensive lineman doesn't keep them from getting up. He didn't hold him down there. He slipped and fell, and he just kind of stood there. And Jalen Carter took his sweet-ass time getting up.
Yeah.
And it was a hold, I guess. And like that's 4 points right there. So that's a bummer. Wentz then on the horrific intentional grounding that he had where he was trying to shuffle it to like the 13-yard line who was wide open.
Yeah.
Credit to him for seeing that. He ignored, even though he was staring right at CJ Ham wide open in the flat. Like literally no one even remotely close to him. And he looked at him, he goes, nope, I'm just going to dirt it and throw it 2 yards in front of me for an intentional grounding, knocks us back and makes it a long field goal attempt. Luckily, Will Reichert's unbelievable and he made all of his kicks. But again, that's 4 points.
It's almost like Carson Wentz isn't good.
Correct. It's almost like I've been saying it for like
Football.
a month and change.
It's his
I'm blue in
job
the face.
to lose, though.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. It's getting less and less loud, though, people saying that. And then apparently, Hawkinson's catch wasn't a catch. But Devontae Smith's earlier in the game was, which doesn't make any sense,
Well-
especially considering there was a challenge in there. To make matters worse, the refs themselves on the field told Hawkinson when he was getting reviewed that it will stand. They're like, yeah, it's going to stand.
So you're
with
taking his comments where he was complaining after the game.
I am taking the comments saying that the refs themselves said
So-
that was a catch, and the review came from New York and changed it. And like,
Let's litigate this for a second. The ball is in between his hands.
Yeah.
And it hits the ground. That doesn't necessarily mean it's
ne-
incomplete.
You can't.
But
There's
it hits the ground
there's
and
no
moves.
frame that it has the ball hitting the ground. His hand's underneath the ball.
I mean, it was
and
on
that
the
hits the
side.
ground.
And
No.
then-
The ball is underneath. His hand's underneath the ball. His hand connects to the ground.
So you're-
It bounces up, and then in midair, the ball releases from his hand. But then he repossesses before the ball touches the ground ever.
So you're saying that the ball never touched the ground, and that's why when you
I'm saying
see
there's not a
him-
conclusive
when you see
shot.
him doing a somersault and the ball is floating in midair next to him around his crotch area, you're saying that the ball never actually touched any of the ground.
It is
Therefore,
physically possible.
His insanely like the doubliest of double clutches.
All I am saying is if the Devontae Smith catch earlier in the game was ruled a catch after a review,
okay.
then the Hawkinson one should have too. They
So
were
you're saying
virtually
that because
identical.
they got one call wrong, you want them to call another one
I
wrong?
am saying call consistent. No one knows what a fucking catch is. They
you-
were the exact same scenario.
Do you
the
in your
whole
heart of
time.
hearts believe that that was a catch from T.J. Hawkinson? Because you would then believe that the Devontae Smith
going
one was a catch.
going on the
no,
assumption?
no.
No, yes.
But if you
going on
were
the
in-
precedent set.
If you were in New York, don't do a cop out. Do you think it was a
it's
catch?
not a cop out. I am going by the precedent set earlier in that game.
If Adam Oz got hired by the New York officiating booth, whatever the hell they have over there, if you became the CEO of that tomorrow, would you say, yes, those are both catches, or no, neither of them are?
if that is ruled a touchdown on the field, there is not conclusive evidence to overturn.
I hate that you start it with an if. I
There
just,
was conclusive
there
evidence to
wasn't though.
overturn.
There wasn't.
But his hands were on the
We-
sides of the ball.
No, there wasn't. His hand was underneath the
was not
ball.
underneath the
His
ball.
His
hands-
hand was absolutely
hands were holding
underneath
the
the
ball
ball.
on the
his
sides.
hands
The
were on the
points
side
were
of the
straight
ball,
up
and when
down.
he rolls over, you can see the ball completely free from any of his appendages flying out of his
It has
grasp.
to be clear and obvious, and there is no way you can sit there and tell me it is clear and obvious if you're going to uphold the Devontae Smith catch earlier in the game that resulted in 7 points for the Eagles.
Okay.
I just like it's all I'm asking for is consistency, and we have preached that for I don't know how many years. Where we just want, if you're going to call a certain way or certain call a certain way, keep it the whole way, the whole game. I don't
Right.
care if it's leaning in one direction or the other, as long as it stays consistent. And I don't feel like it was consistent. So again, not even like that alone. You have the Jalen Carter hold and Carson Wentz just choosing not to throw to a wide open guy. That's 8 points. And if you want to go down the rabbit hole and arguing the Hawkinson, there's 4 more points right there. So it's ways that like we shot ourselves in the foot by Carson Wentz not seeing a wide open guy.
Sure.
Blake Brandel apparently making Jalen Carter slip, even though he just slipped on his own and he just stood in front of him. I don't know how that one is the one that drives me the most insane, because that I just in no world is that a hold, because he's not like he's laying on top of him. So that's
Where do you in this hierarchy of, I don't want to say excuses, so I'll say explanations. Where on that list do you rank not covering A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith at all the entire day?
no, and that's where I have later in my points here. So
Okay.
Hang on, I just watched the play again.
Okay.
The ball 100% hits the ground.
all right, I'll take your word for it. Thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
so Saquon, as I mentioned in the preview, absolute must stop the run game at all costs, including Jalen Hurts running around and scrambling. Saquon was a non-factor. Like he couldn't get anything
He's
going.
been a non-factor this year.
Yeah, and
crazy.
But the problem was we couldn't generate any real pressure on Hurts. Yes, we sacked him 3 times, but at the end of the day, he was able to evade and get out of these arm tackles, and he had so many times where he was able to just buy his time, extend the play, and when you have a guys especially as good as A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, they're gonna get open. Like there's just no way you can hold up in coverage for over 5 seconds. Any quarterback should be able to make that work. And credit to Hurts, he did. It was.
Well, and so how much of this do you feel is karmic justice? And you are not alone in the besmirchal, if you will, of Jalen Hurts as a passer. I have been right there with you. It's just that my team didn't play him this week and get lit up.
I mean,
Where do you think?
I think what the problem was, like Isaiah Rodgers, who has had a phenomenal year, he had a very rough day, and I think he made some very aggressive.
99.9 PFF.
He was very, very aggressive on some certain plays when he didn't need to be, especially on the kind of the game clinching one to A.J. Brown where it was just a sluggo route, and he jumped the slant even though he had Metellus on the inside. Like, he didn't
I
need
feel like
to
you have
do
to
that.
jump the slant in that
he
situation,
didn't,
though.
But that's the thing,
I don't know
though.
if that was wrong.
He is by himself. There's no one behind him. His job is to make sure no one gets behind him in that scenario. He didn't trust that Metellus was going to be there, which he was. Like, you can see in the play, and when the All-22 came out, like, you can see we were ready for the slant. But Isaiah Rodgers, I think he just, like a lot of players, he's like, I know the tendencies, this is what it's probably going to be, and he tried to he gambled, and he got it wrong, and that's unfortunate. And he did that same he bit on the double move that Devontae Smith got earlier for the touchdown, and I think he was playing very aggressive, and it was obviously a game that meant a lot to him, his ex-team, and one that, they didn't really probably give him the respect that he felt like he deserved, because he came in a lot last year when Darius Slay was dealing with injuries, and he played very well, and I just is what it is. You can't go into motivations there, but I think he played very aggressive, but he just got beat. And so that's where it's really rough. So that's where I don't have an issue with the scheme or like the drawn up plays by Flores. Now there were some very
play. I mean, it was a whole day though.
Yeah, and there were some very questionable blitzes that Flores called up, and I just I don't know. I'm not saying you have to be conservative about it, but I just feel like it was they only converted 3 third downs all game. They all came in the second half, and they were on a 3rd and 15, a 3rd and 13, and a 3rd and 9, and you just can't let that happen. All of those were extremely impactful. They scored touchdowns on 2 of those. It was the nail in the coffin, unfortunately, and I don't love that there are now the post-mortem of it, you get to see all the replays, and you get to see all the slow-mos, and you get to see all the people breaking it down. I don't know who their right guard is, but every fucking time he goes early, and I lose my mind watching it.
Every team does that though.
Not every. I wouldn't say
their guard is
the,
going early.
Yes, their guard.
Interesting.
The tackle's usually like, okay, sure, it's their guard.
Yeah.
He's going even before Lane Johnson, who, by the way, is usually known for going earlier than most tackles.
Yeah,
and when the
people
right guard is beating him going, and I'm like, God, there are so many times where you just, it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but like I said, I think this was more of a case of we beat ourselves and we didn't capitalize when we did everything that we should have. We handled the clock. We bottled up Saquon. We had more yards. We almost overcame the 2 turnovers, which, Wentz's second one was a complete arm punt. It still was a horrendous decision.
It was like an arm punt, but it was like on 2nd down or something, wasn't it?
It was just no, it was on 3rd. But
was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was still just not good at all. And then the first one was he got blown up by Jalen Carter, and he didn't see Makuba or whatever it was that undercut the route.
Yeah, your backup center is a problem for you guys.
Well, so Blake Brandel, this was his like 2nd time playing center in the NFL,
because what's his face got concussed. Now
Ryan
he's
Kelly,
on IR,
and the rationale was because he's bigger and was more equipped, I think, to handle the girth that is Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis.
Good use of girth.
And I think for the most part he did fine. He got worked on that rep, because Jalen Carter is just Jalen Carter.
He also threw the ball 30 feet over Wentz's head.
Yeah, that was really bad. Now, granted, it ended up still Reichert made the field goal.
Yeah, no,
59-yard field goal. Great.
I mean, you'd rather not have to do that. Yeah.
But,
he had Reichert in fantasy, and he gets points for the yardage. You know?
and so I think Wentz, he continues to look the exact same as he has during this entire stretch. Like he'll make some nice throws, but then he has 5 to 10 drunk, my brain turned off plays, and you just are screaming at the TV. Like any potential people being like, oh, maybe we just got to ride with Wentz. No, there's nothing. There's nothing that you have seen that inspires you being like, yes, this guy. It's not like anything close like a Darnold, like he could resurrect his career. No. Carson Wentz is not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Does
He's
that
not.
mean that Kevin O'Connell is not a QB whisperer?
Well, he can only
But
do
only
so much.
some QBs.
He can only do so
only
much.
the ones that are willing to be
To be-
whispered
because,
Because
to.
like I don't even have an
Have
issue.
talent.
I don't even have an issue with like the play calls. Like you could clearly see like Addison had a walk-in touchdown, but Wentz made him make like a sideline diving catch. Like it, I mean, like he's drawing up these plays where the receivers are open, but Wentz is like, nah, let's make it a little bit more like difficult.
Well, and so here's the part that I feel like has to be like a knife twist for you guys is that you're young, exciting quarterback, right? I'm not even going to make any claims because we haven't seen that much, but he's been out for 100 years, and I don't know what the status is. He was the emergency QB3. He was warming up and throwing. He looked totally fine. So I don't know what his deal is with his ankle.
He can throw without. That's not like it's a wrist injury.
So-
it's an ankle injury.
That's guy number one
Throw.
that we're talking about. Well, he was planting and throwing. But either way, that's guy number one. Guy number two is Carson Wentz, which is a problem. You let Darnold and Daniel Jones walk out the door this last offseason.
Both offered contracts.
Both are doing wonderful. Maybe you should offer them slightly larger contracts.
I have no.
And
Everyone's. This is the beauty of it. Everyone loves to have the complete like amnesia about Darnold's last 2 games as a Viking. Do we remember those?
Yeah.
We've talked about them at length.
we did.
How much he shit his pants.
Yes. And
So
cried.
that is something where I'm not going to give. I don't want to give a guy well over $100 million.
Don't you think that Darnold is better than Wentz?
But see, that's the problem. We didn't sign Wentz. We signed Wentz for peanuts. We would have to sign
now you're-
Darnold for
but now
over
you're-
$100 million.
Now you're getting peanuts back.
No, but that's the thing.
understand.
We wouldn't be signing Darnold to be our backup,
So-
and nor would he want that. It'd be a Kirk Cousins situation all over again.
It just feels like a tough scenario when your rookie isn't playing, the guy that you brought in stinks, 2 guys that left are having great seasons, and the guy that said, I want to come play with you
Daniel
is
Jones, I have-
also a massive upgrade
Daniel
over what you
Jones. I
right
have
now,
no
which is Aaron Rodgers. In
no
case that
qualms
wasn't
with
clear.
because he bet on himself, and kudos to him. He's played really, really well. I don't have any issue with that because easily in 2024, he was probably known as like the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. So like him turning it around, great. Also helps having Jonathan Taylor and a pretty damn good offensive line and all that kind of stuff, and a very, very nice schedule that the Colts have had. I think if you take a look at it, they've played some not great teams in the first handful of weeks.
true?
I feel like it is. I mean, they're in the AFC South already.
Yeah, I mean, that automatically
So,
gives you a little
that
something.
helps.
Dolphins,
Yeah.
Broncos.
Okay, but the Broncos have like the weirdest 4-2. Like they like 4-2 with 0-6 vibes.
So Dolphins, Broncos, Titans, bad.
Yeah.
Rams, good.
Okay.
Raiders, bad. Cardinals were frisky as hell, 27-31.
Sure.
I think the Cardinals have had 1-score games every week.
Cardinals have lost 5 in a row since they totally. I'm not going to say that on the internet, but they did something at their stadium and they've lost 5 in a row since.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I'm like, we'll see. Like, good for Daniel Jones. Like, I have no issue with that because like he took a chance and it clearly worked out. He didn't feel that he would have a real good shot at competing for the starting job, and that's what he wanted. And he went somewhere where he thought he could win, and he did because you know Anthony Richardson is made of like paper mache and also can't throw like anything.
Well,
less
and just
than-
sucks
Yeah,
at
he's just not
football.
very good at
Yeah.
throwing the football. So you know, credit to him on that. So I am not anywhere close, like I've said so many times, that like I want JJ McCarthy back as soon as possible. And I'm like, he has played 2 games, 8 quarters, and those games were against a divisional opponent, which he had an unbelievable fourth quarter and won. And then it was against what looks to be the best defense in the NFL. Like, look what they
Just
did.
lost to Mac Jones?
What did they do to Josh Allen?
Maybe Josh Allen stinks.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go down that road. So I like the Falcons are clearly better than I think a lot of people are saying, at least especially on the defensive side. I don't think they lost because of their defense necessarily yesterday. So I want to be done. I am so sick of watching Carson Wentz playing football. Special shout out to Jordan Addison's because his 17 game pace, 102 catches, 1,603 yards, and 5 touchdowns. So that's pretty good. 1,600 yards. When's the last time you had a
Well,
receiver have 1,600
Adam,
yards?
the problem you guys had this week is you got down the field a lot and got a lot of yards, but you didn't get into the end zone.
Did you
So I don't
not?
care how many yards
Did you
he
miss?
gets.
Did you miss my point where I said half of those the reasons why? Right? Did you
Yeah,
miss
but
that?
it doesn't matter. You should have just scored before that
Okay,
happened.
You should have scored more points.
Oh damn. Okay. All right.
Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you
Fair.
run the touchdown play?
Damn. We should have. Yeah. So the Vikings have played 6 games. First 2 were in primetime. 2 others were back-to-back in Europe. Combined opponent record in games not versus the Vikings, 18-13, so a winning record. Vikings have had a shit ton of injuries, especially on the offensive line. I heard them say we had our 35th iteration of our offensive line in 7 weeks.
Not a
Is
great
not
stat.
great.
Yeah.
And we just haven't played that well, and yet we're still 3-3. So it's is what it is. This could not have gone as shitty, I think, as it has been, and the fact that we're still 500. All right, sure. Just get healthy, and I think the offensive line is getting healthy. I mean, Ryan Kelly's still out, but Brian O'Neill came back.
So is the goal JJ next week?
Yeah. JJ back as soon as possible. That's spoiler alert for my preview. Yes.
Okay.
That's
Because Schefter tried
so-
to pretend like it was actually 6 weeks.
so done.
Did you see that?
I'm so done.
Schefter
with
was sprouting the
seeing this.
propaganda.
Well, because Schefter went on his own and said, "Yeah, 2 to 4 weeks," and
Yeah.
that came nothing from the team.
So you don't think there was any source behind that whatsoever?
you of all people should know you don't trust.
Maybe it was an
Schefter's
accumulation
words.
of information.
Ah,
Yeah.
you love that. You love the accumulation of information there.
All right, should we switch now?
Yeah,
Okay, so my game.
yeah. The Packers go to the desert, beat the Cardinals in not convincing fashion.
So, first of
27 to
all-
27 to what is it? 23.
27-23. First of
Yeah.
all, the plane broke. So we got to talk about that. The Packers were delayed at the Green Bay airport for 5 hours because the plane broke, and they
get a
had
better
to
plane?
drive a part up or something from Milwaukee. There's not very many planes at the Green Bay airport, all right? They can't just find another one and kind of swap it in. It's a whole situation. So they were tired from the plane breaking. They had to do a walkthrough in the airport instead
Amon-Ra
of
already has a touchdown.
yeah, I saw that. So the plane, I don't think we could possibly overstate how big of a deal the plane is in this whole scenario.
Of course.
So yes, the Packers win another messy game
Against
against,
a backup.
a subpar team and a backup quarterback, which I don't feel like Jacoby Brissett is a decent backup. He's still a backup.
Yes.
But I mean, he's not like who came like Tyrod Taylor for the Jets this week.
Yeah,
mean-
Justin Fields got benched.
Yeah, well, we might talk about that. So my notes from this game are again messy as hell. This is the 4th week in a row that the Packers should have been able to put what I think is an inferior team away.
Yeah.
And for this game, it was different. We were losing for most of this. It wasn't even like we got out to a meager lead and just kind of sat on it. They were straight up losing.
You kept just leaving Trey McBride wide open.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't know how you go into this game without a plan for Trey McBride. Marvin Harrison Jr. is not a bad wide receiver. He's not a very good one either,
No.
by all accounts so far in his career. Trey McBride is a great tight end. And 2 touchdowns, I mean, he was the focal point for them.
Yep.
And he was just being left all alone in the red zone. It was weird. So Matt LaFleur, I don't know what to do with this man because he picks the worst times to be the dumbest version of himself. 3rd and 1, and there are 2 distinct third downs from this game. One of them was like a 3rd down and 1, and we do like an orbit motion into a 270-degree handoff sweep with like a pulling guard. 3rd and fucking 1.
Yeah.
Just go. Just run straight forward. That's the fastest way. And then it got even worse later in the game. It was like another 3rd and 1 or 2. And he called like a pitch out to the right side of the field. And so Josh Jacobs is starting his run, his 3rd and 2 run, 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Like, and LaFleur said in the postgame specifically about that pitch play that it was a shitty call. So stop doing it.
Yeah.
What What the fuck? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. Every week we go, oh, yeah, that was bad. Probably should stop doing that. And he keeps doing it. I don't get it. I think what it was is a couple years ago, like, he saw somebody do a cut up of, like, look at these crazy motions and jet, motion and orbit and this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
And he just was like, that's got to be my thing now. I got to do that constantly. And he gets too cute every single time. And it's gross. I don't like it. So that is the bad of the Matt LaFleur situation. The good is that he went for it on 4th down when he could have pussied out and kicked a field goal to tie the game with like 2.5-ish minutes, I think, left.
Yeah.
So he could have tied the game with 2.5-ish minutes, and the way our defense was playing, the way Jacoby Brissett was dicing us up.
They're getting down in field goal
They're
range.
getting down in field goal range, and they're kicking a field goal, and they're winning that game.
Yeah.
I think the old Matt LaFleur, a couple years ago, Matt LaFleur, would probably kick that scared field goal.
When he had a Hall of Fame quarterback.
And I think that's what he did.
Yeah. Yes. That's true.
And he did send the field goal unit out there, and then at the very last moment, there's not a devil and an angel on his shoulder. There's like the aggressive and like the lame Matt LaFleur, and the aggressive Matt LaFleur was like, "Do it, go for it on 4th and 2," and the combination of Matt LaFleur finally making an aggressive decision and then Jordan Love not being able to help himself and throwing the ball 14 yards down the field on 4th and 2.
What is that? Like, obviously it worked.
I don't
There's
know,
so many
dude.
times where, like, on 3rd and short
It's
and, like, stuff, he just
crazy.
throws it deep. And I'm
Yeah.
like, do you think you're going to get him off guard? It's now become your tendency.
And here's the thing. It actually does work like half the time, right?
Yeah.
Like you do have
It worked for
situations
the
where you
Eagles.
go, all right, let's go. Well, that was a little bit different because like that was clearly the intent. I don't think the intent was there for Kraft to get that ball on that
No.
play. He's clearing out defenders for an underneath route that's much more manageable.
Yeah.
And he was open, sure. But it's this tendency of like, all right, it's 3rd and 1. I'm gonna throw that ball over the mountains, I'm like,
And it's
I don't get
if
it.
you know you're going to go for it on 4th, then sure. But, like,
But on 4th now,
Yeah, but on
it's even
4th.
crazier. And so I don't know, but I mean, it was a really nice throw. It was a good play. It just scared the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I want to praise Matt LaFleur for that decision because I feel like I come on here every week and I bitch about the play calls, and the play calls are a problem. But I want to
Kevin,
credit where
I
credit's
got a
due.
question for you. If they
What's up?
if they didn't make that conversion,
Oh.
would you have been saying it the other way, where they should have just kicked the field goal?
No, I don't think so. Because I've been arguing for Matt LaFleur to be aggressive, and at that point,
because
I mean,
it would probably result in a loss.
Well,
like, if
yeah.
you kick the field goal.
yeah, it would probably still result in a loss. And if you go for it on 4th down, you don't get it. The Cardinals get the ball back, but they get the ball back with a lead now. So their goal becomes to milk the clock. The Packers had one timeout in the 2-minute warning, so they would have gotten it down to like a minute. But you probably get the ball back if you stop their run. So, I mean, I think you still I think it was the right move. I'm really glad that he did it. Let's see. Micah Parsons, very good at football. I have that on here. 3 sacks.
Yeah.
More than doubled his season total so far, which is nice to see him kind of get
getting in the
get
box
back on
score.
pace here a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He would have had 4, except for the only hip drop tackle in the history of the NFL this season.
Yeah, it was the
as far
first
as
time,
I'm
At least
concerned.
the first time I've heard it called.
And I've seen
There's been lots of chances where it's
I was
gonna
gonna say I've seen 24 hip drop tackles so far this year. Not a single one called, and that's huge.
the one where JJ got hurt. That was watched that one. I
So-
was like, that could have been called.
And that was something I think we talked about on the show, or
Yeah.
maybe it was after the fact. I can't remember,
Yep.
but it was this officiating crew is the most flag happy crew in the league. And that was showing up. There were a lot of ticky-tacky things. It was kind of in both directions. I didn't see a huge slant one way or the other, but that hip drop pissed me off because I'm like, and Vilma goes, "Oh, it's an area of emphasis this year." Shut the fuck up, dude. No, it's not. It was an area of emphasis last year.
I can't. Anytime
my
I see
God,
with Kenny Albert and Vilma, I'm like, God damn.
Dude, Vilma's awful.
He
I
is.
don't care about Kenny that much. He's just white noise.
No,
but like,
he's terrible, and like I obviously hate him for reasons as a player, but like,
Yeah.
anytime I see that the Vikings have him, like, all right, here he goes. He's just gonna be,
I mean, it's just horrendous.
yeah, it's just not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So, I mean, that was very annoying. Let's see, what else did I have here? I want to give a shout out to the Packers' backup kicker, who I don't even think I really mentioned last week.
No.
McManus hurt himself in practice or something. which, he's kind of old, so
Kick
that
too hard.
starts to happen. Yeah. So Lucas Haversick.
Sure.
Haversick. I don't know how to say it.
Sure.
He was good last week in their win, and he was good this week. He had a 61-yarder at the end of the first half. I didn't get to see that. We were going to Jalen's mom's, and they scored a touchdown with 7 seconds left. The Cardinals did, so I turned the TV off to go to the car. I was like, "There's no shot that I'm gonna miss anything."
Yeah.
So that's cool. Josh Jacobs.
Oh, ye of little faith.
I know, right? That's like when I turned the game off and then we blocked the Bears field goal and won.
Oh.
Yeah, I was livid. Josh Jacobs is badass, fighting through a calf strain, and I think he had an illness all week, and he suited up, multiple touchdowns. Just very reliable. Anytime the Packers get into the red zone, it's just Josh Jacobs, like a sledgehammer, just over and over until he gets in the end zone. And Nate Hobbs sucks.
Yeah, I remember you were excited about that signing.
Well, I had to be, and now
He's not good.
No,
There's a reason the Raiders didn't want him, and
Yeah.
the Raiders didn't want him.
he's playing in front of Valentine, and I do not understand why so much. Yeah, it's bad, and I wish that he wouldn't be the way that he is.
Yeah.
So that's all I got. I mean, this is another ugly win. I'm not gonna apologize for a win, but it is. I'm not putting the serious label back on them yet. They remain unserious until proven otherwise.
Yeah, and you guys might be getting another backup quarterback here
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's you guys are on quite the run. Backups.
I don't like it, honestly. I feel like I want to play a starter. I want to see how that
You're
goes.
gonna play like a real team and just
We played 2 starters and we look great, and then suddenly all these fucking backups and old men.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if you played because the Lions look
We get Aaron Rodgers next week.
very different.
Old
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I know.
We're on an old man streak.
Yeah,
We have Flacco twice, Rodgers, Jacoby Brissett. Like Dak is the only young guy we've played in the last 2 months.
yeah. All right, let's get to our awards for the week. The awards, as always, are brought to you by Captain's Patch, which is, of course, the raspberry lemon shandy brewed by Elm Creek Brewing. It's available at any liquor store near you that you can find on captainspatch.com. It is a very refreshing shandy that you can enjoy even in the fall weather. When the weather has turned crisp, it is still very enjoyable. 21 and older, please drink responsibly. Okay, awards. MVP of the week. We get to go.
I get to go first.
Dustin gets to go first. Then Kevin.
Bears won by a lot.
And then me.
More
Crazy.
than you guys.
That's good. How much did they win by?
12, I think.
Okay, huge. A blowout,
We had a good
some
game.
would say.
Hang on, I got to pull up some stats now.
You were first, and yet
Yeah,
here
why
you
you're not
are.
ready?
No, I'm not
What are you
ready.
doing over there?
What's this guy doing?
Has this guy?
What are you talking about?
I'm looking for him.
You're looking in
on-
Sleeper for the
Yes.
stats?
That's what he does. That's all he does.
All right, fine. I'll look it up through internet.
Through internet. Mike, we got like George W. Bush on the keys over
Through
here.
internet.
Like I'm gonna look for it on the Google
Surprised he
machine.
didn't pick his quarterback.
Now watch this drive.
There it is. All right, my MVP of the week is going to Bo Nix.
Bo.
Bosif Nix is
You had to
what I
look
wrote.
up who he played for?
Well, no, so I could see his stats.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm looking
again,
for his
though.
stats. So
Okay, so Bo Nix.
they were down
Huge.
19-0 going into the fourth quarter.
That they were.
Scored 33 points in the fourth quarter alone in an
a lot of
insane
points.
last 2 minutes.
That's
I think
almost
there
points.
was 3 scores in the last 2 minutes or something like that.
I've said it for a long time. Bo Nix is electric.
Yeah, and you can tell how Sean Payton needs to not be able to control the game in the first half because Bo Nix should be doing this the whole game. Like it seems like they're just so like passive when it comes to their play calling in the first half, and they're not letting Bo Nix do what Bo Nix does well.
Right.
And that's why they're
Dump offs.
finding themselves in these holes where they're just coming up lackluster week after week on offense.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, now we have to do something because we want to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo Nix looked good. I mean, he had a lot of incompletions, but
Dustin, who would you rather have, Bo Nix or J.J. McCarthy?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix or Caleb Williams?
Bo Nix
Okay.
What's the
Okay.
reason there? I wonder.
wins.
Yeah, he's just a winner.
He's a winner.
A born winner.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy's never won anything.
So
All right.
beating his own team.
All right. Let's see. My MVP this week. I'm gonna give it to Jonathan Taylor again. He scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's
he's on an insane.
that's a
run.
lot. I don't know. Jonathan Taylor is like really fucking good,
Yeah.
and I feel like so much of like you think of Saquon last year, right? Crazy season, set the world on fire. I don't know if like Saquon is. I think there's like 6 of these level dudes in the NFL, and it's just whose situation is the best year over year. You know, where like right now Saquon is still Saquon. It's just not working out for him on a week-to-week basis, whether that's offensive coordinator or supporting cast. But right now, Jonathan Taylor is fucking wheels up, dude. He is going nuts every week.
Well, it helps that he has a quarterback that can control the game really well.
Yeah, sure does.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Yep. He's
Yeah.
never been bad ever.
Nope.
Yep.
That's why they gave him a $40 million contract in New York.
Yeah.
$40 million a year.
Daniel
contract.
Jones, top 4 in the league in expected points added per dropback.
Look at that.
People are saying.
Wow.
Also Jordan Love, also Sam Darnold, and Drake May. That's the 4th one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
A lot of names you'd expect to hear.
Yep.
In that stat.
A lot of names that make Adam happy.
Yeah. Hey, I was big on Drake May, and I'm
2
I'm
guys
happy
you
to
let
see
walk,
him-
the guy you wanted them to draft, and
I'm
they
happy
couldn't
to see
trade up
him
and
do
draft.
well.
And
Well, because
My
Where
guy.
is
the
J.J.
Patriots
McCarthy on that
want to
list,
trade out of
Kevin?
that.
JJ McCarthy is lower on that list in the top 4. I'd have to check.
Damn.
I'd have
Okay.
to scroll.
Damn, he's not 5.
No, I doubt that.
Damn. All right, my MVP of the week, I'm going to give it to Mr. Matthew Stafford. He started off the Sunday by just letting it rip, and 21 to 33, only 182, but 5 touchdowns, no
So-
interceptions, leads the NFL in touchdown passes.
I want to put a pin in this.
Yeah.
I want to do one of the things where we think, okay, next year in fantasy football, I want to remember this. Preseason injuries are not real.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford was like paralyzed, according to the news in the preseason.
Yeah.
Like he would never walk again.
Yep.
And he's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's completely and utterly fine. It's never been less of a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
But,
5 touchdowns seems like a bit much,
it's
honestly.
a bit much.
Yeah.
Just kept firing them. Devontae
Yeah.
had 3 of them.
Yeah.
Wait, he
Fucking
didn't even have
stop.
Puka Nacua out there.
Yeah, without Puka. That's good for him. All right, Dustin, your Kadarius Toney.
My Kadarius Toney goes to Chip Kelly.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I
boy.
know you're playing against the Chiefs, but you're giving your best offensive weapon in Ashton Genty 7 touches for the game.
Yeah, I second that.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't care
Counterpoint, they were losing immediately.
But, get him involved in the pass game. He didn't have a
Yeah, he
catch
had
until,
one catch
the fourth
for,
quarter.
3 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was, not until, way into the game, too. Get him involved. What are we doing
And
here?
the thing too is you don't have. I mean, Bowers is out, right? He didn't.
Yes.
Play? So
And
you
Jacoby
have,
Myers was out.
yeah. So you don't have
Yeah.
anyone to throw the ball to.
what are we doing?
Why would you not put him out wide even?
I
I'm sure
know.
he could do fine out there.
I know.
Eh.
Yeah,
crazy.
Chip Kelly, just stupid play calls, just no scheme that was gonna do anything for them.
No.
I'm not surprised they didn't score a single point.
No.
Huge.
It was a bad day for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. My Kadarius Toney. This is a new one, and it's a name I'm going to try to pronounce here in real time.
Oh, boy.
Jude McAtemney.
Oh.
McAtemney.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I don't need to know it because he's not very good.
He won't be on the team long.
No, Giants' current kicker, I think, because who got hurt?
Graham Gano.
Graham Gano got hurt. So Jude, something, came
Hey,
in
Jude.
and missed
Hey,
2
Jude
extra
M.
points, including the extra point on their final score,
Hmm.
which would have made it a 3-point game, and then they lost by 1.
Not to mention, just the 2. I mean, that's.
I mean, they could have won by 1.
They
you
coulda
know,
won.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jude,
or they would have
that's
forced them to have to kick a field or make a touchdown.
That's
and,
tough. I'm gonna Google this guy. I'm curious what this guy
Just aggressively ginger.
is. He? Oh, that's.
Aggressively ginger.
Oh no!
They showed him several
Oh,
times.
he's got red eyebrows
Yeah.
and everything.
Very much ginger.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, that sucks. Yeah, bummer, dude.
All right, so I'm glad you because you already touched on him. I did have Geno as an option because he only threw for 67 yards. I did have the Giants special team / defense because they gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter, which is
It's hard to
absurd.
do sometimes.
But I'm going to give it to Mr. Tua Tagovailoa. 12 of 23 for only 100 yards, 0 touchdowns.
Turned the ball over.
Yeah, three interceptions. He fumbled 3 times. Luckily, didn't lose them, but still, he's putting the ball on the ground a lot.
Mike McDaniel's in the rain looks very sad.
Yeah,
He's like a wet cat.
Yeah, he's gonna. It's bad. This is bad. Like
It's one of those things I saw someone say afterward. They're like, the Browns are a bad team. We're sure not the fucking Dolphins. Like,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
jeez.
like honestly, I don't know if there's vibes any worse because like Achane, is he gonna get sold? Maybe.
I don't think so.
They probably shouldn't.
They said that
because
Waddle's not getting moved either, but
they're gonna be in purgatory for a long time. I think.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, they have a lot of money tied up in Tua, wouldn't you know it?
All right. Stock up, Kevin.
No, it's me.
Oh, sorry,
Give
Dustin.
me some respect, Adam. Come on.
Sorry.
I don't get this very
He doesn't get to start a lot, yeah.
My stock up is me.
Oh, humble.
Because I get to go first.
Humble.
Maybe I was right about the Panthers.
Frisky?
They are on a 3-game win streak.
Okay.
Andy Dalton's starting.
Yeah.
Red Rocket.
That's good news, I've heard from people.
I don't know. They're on the uptick. I got faith again.
Okay.
Okay.
Very nice.
Good.
Is that
That's it.
okay? That's it.
Good.
All right. My stock up this week is being old as hell. Gentlemen, we used to be young. We're not anymore.
We still are. We're not 30 yet.
That's true. You're old as shit. We're just like pretty old. But this year, or this week rather, we had Rodgers, Flacco, Stafford, Brissett, and I snuck Mahomes in there because he's 30. With 1,338 yards, 17 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. We won't talk about who was both of those interceptions. It was Aaron Rodgers. But
Oh no.
but he had 4 touchdowns to contribute to the total. So the old men kind of are having a showing.
Yeah.
I was going to put together the entire list of old men quarterbacks, and then Tyrod Taylor and Geno Smith were like, hello. And I was like, ooh, I don't want those stats.
No.
So I cherry-picked instead. But
Nice.
being old has never been cooler than it is right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. All right. My stock up, it goes to Clarity, hopefully. Splits for the Carolina running backs. Rico Dowdle, 18 touches for 96 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 16 touches for 55 yards. Gentlemen, what would you rather have? I think
The bigger number.
the bigger number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I understand they gave Chuba money, but like
Yeah.
you guys are winning, and you probably, especially now that Bryce Young and you have Andy Dalton, why don't you give yourselves more help that you can? I mean, you got lucky you were playing the Jets, and you got to win because Justin Fields is straight booty cheeks. There you go, Jalen.
Straight booty cheeks.
Straight booty cheeks, and got benched for Tyrod
Just
Taylor.
to clarify, do you have either of those two guys in fantasy football?
I have one, and I traded away another one, so
Ah.
I made the right choice.
Interesting.
Both times.
Interesting.
So yes, I think the Panthers are 4-3, folks. And there's a reason they've won 3 in a row now.
Talking a lot about the Panthers today.
Yeah, they're frisky.
Good.
I don't like it.
They're
No, it's
frisky.
weird.
Yeah.
Creeping me out a little bit.
Hopefully, we're talking about them in week 19.
The Lions are also wearing their Panthers jerseys right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wearing the black and
yeah.
blue helmet ones. All right, Dustin, stock down.
My stock down is me.
Dustin,
So if you wanna bet on me in the stock trades, I wouldn't listen to what I'm saying. It's gonna be a big hit or a big miss. You don't know.
okay.
It's risky. Which
Yeah,
I
So
guess
you-
that's part of
low
the stock
floor,
market.
high ceiling type
Yeah,
of guy.
yeah.
Okay.
I may have been wrong about the Raiders. I said
About
they
them
were-
being good.
I said they were gonna possibly make the wild card.
Yeah,
They'd be right there in the mix.
big
so
Pete Carroll guy.
I don't think I made
They're
a
in the
good
mix.
call there. So I'm 1 for 1 on potentially my two
Well,
kind of
here's-
crazy calls.
Here's
at the
what you
beginning.
can say, Dustin. Here's your pivot. I'm gonna lay it out for you, okay? Brock Bowers is everything. All right, and he hasn't been playing.
Does he block?
No, but it doesn't matter. He's most things. And Max Crosby left this game with bad vibes. So
He's probably he's gonna get traded. It's like he's gonna get fucking traded to the Lions. I bet.
They've been talking about
Hope
him getting
not.
traded.
I
for
really
like 2
hope
years
not.
now.
did
yeah,
they just
but-
pay him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they were talking about trading him.
Yeah, and
because
then they paid him.
He was out of his contract, and it was a big storyline. And yeah,
I just
nothing
don't.
happened.
They don't have any other. I mean, they're not going to trade Bowers. They're not going to trade Genty. So like, that's their best asset.
gonna trade
of, like,
Jacoby.
rebuilding.
They're going to trade Jacoby. That's why he didn't play
They're
this
not
week.
going to get anything for that.
They're going to get something.
They're going to get maybe a third, maybe.
All right, my stock down. This is a little bit tangentially related. Little brothers, because the Commies and the Raiders both got little brothered this week.
Yeah.
The Raiders with the Chiefs, who sometimes, at various times, the Raiders have been, plucky underdogs against
Yes,
the
pure
Chiefs.
blood. Ashton had 6 touches. That's
Yes,
inexcusable.
that is correct.
Terrible.
And then vice versa. Recently, you could say it'd be a lot more exciting to be a Commanders fan than a Cowboys fan. But we haven't really talked about that game yet. The Cowboys just dumpstered the Commanders.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels
And
got
James
hurt.
Jones got hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And then Mariota came in through an interception.
pick 6.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's very tough.
So it's the vibes for the little brother teams are not doing
Especially
so
for
good.
Commanders fans, because they were talking a whole lot of shit online, and there's a lot of receipts coming out now, and it's tough. It's tough. Like maybe wait.
Pure blood. They're not gonna fire. They're not gonna fire Pete Carroll. He just got there, and he's Pete Carroll.
I know. Like, well, that's the thing. Like, is Pete gonna want to be there? I mean, he's not gonna retire because he wants to get paid.
No, keep chewing that gum. Gum's expensive. What about you? Your stock down.
All right, my stock down. I'm gonna give it to joggers.
I know where this is going.
Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins fall to 1-6 after getting mollywopped by the Browns. And
Good vocab.
by the Browns, folks. Sure seems like the jogger wearing dork is going to be out of a job very soon.
You hate this dude so much.
I just, like, you cannot look the way you look and lose the way you lose. You just can't do it. And I don't know. He's probably going to become a very good run game coordinator again. But I just... and he has to then sit up at the press, address the media and just like mumble through his answers and be all goofy and quirky. And it's like, God, this shtick sucks so much when your team is ass. And so I don't know. This has to be rock bottom. It has to be. And I have to believe that he's going to get fired. He's gonna be the first coach fired. I guess Brian Callahan already got fired, but
Yeah, he'll be the second coach.
he'll be the
fired.
second coach fired. But my other honorable, I was gonna say the hope for a new AFC team in the Super Bowl because the Chiefs are 1,000% going back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Like, they're really good. Yes, it's the Raiders, but like,
Yeah.
Mahomes is back to doing Mahomes stuff. So, all right, let's get to the Week 8 preview. All of our games are on different times again, which is fun. We're going to start on Thursday here because the Vikings travel to LA, take on the Chargers on Prime. For the love of God, please, hopefully it's JJ starting. I mean, the storylines are already there because it's Harbaugh and all that, but I also, like I said last week, I don't love that we now are probably going to be getting a Chargers team due for a bounce back like the Eagles were last week because they...
Yeah, we didn't even mention the Chargers uniforms this week were just disgusting.
They're horrendous.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they were horrendous, and they
meant
got
to bring that up, and I didn't do it.
dog walked by the Colts.
Correct.
So I don't love that we're gonna get that now, but is what it is. Here we are. So I don't know.
Yeah, so this game, I mean, Thursday Night Football, I feel like you guys are just not on at normal times this year. I don't really understand what's going on with that.
No,
Like Sunday night,
If McCarthy plays,
2 international
if
games.
McCarthy plays, he will literally have only had primetime games
Yeah.
in his starts.
Which is weird because, like, he's not good. So it's like, why would you keep putting him
It's
on
a
prime
lot.
time?
It's
Yeah.
a lot. I'm like, all right, just give us a noon game, like a normal noon game.
Well, the Chargers seem to be a beatable opponent.
they
If
appear
it
to be.
means anything.
They appear to be, yeah. So, that's something. That's something. I mean, they've been trending in the wrong direction, but that just means you could say they're due. So we'll find out. The line has moved, and so is the over/under.
Who's going first? Dustin?
Dustin gets to go first.
You just like we didn't. We
Let me
don't know
think
this is
about
coming.
one. Let's go. Where is this?
It's in L.A.
In LA.
In LA. Let's go.
Famously does not have a great.
Chargers
Home field
minus 2.5.
I mean, Chargers -2.
So it was Chargers minus 2.5. It is now Chargers minus 3.5.
Whoa,
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah.
I
That's fine.
I don't know if
I'm
I agree with
I'm
that.
all right with that.
Yeah.
I like it.
As someone who's been fooled by the Chargers before, I think Vegas might be fooled by the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, over under in this one. I'm going to put it at. I wonder who Vegas assumes the quarterback is going to be. You know, I'm gonna put it at 43.
Oh, that's a good line, Kevin.
You always say that, Dustin.
Yeah, I know. 42.5.
So it was Chargers minus 43.5.
How?
Wait,
What?
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry.
Minus
over-under.
43.5.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Over under 43.5. It is now 44.5.
Let's go. Oh, the sweeps are already dead. Look at that.
Oh, sweep. Womp womp. All right. Next
Dear
game.
Blood, stop putting shit in the chat. It comes up on the TV.
Next game. It is.
And it's wrong.
he's
Every
helping
time
me.
you've done it, it's wrong.
He's helping me.
Bears travel to Baltimore, taking on the Ravens. Play at noon on CBS. Will we see the return of Lamar Jackson? That's the question here. So
I don't think it matters.
Really?
I don't think Lamar has played well enough this year.
do you? Okay, you
make
so
that
you
much of a
texted this to me, and do you know what his numbers were before he went out?
What did I text you?
You literally said that exact thing. Like Lamar has not played great this year.
They haven't been winning. I don't care what his stats are. They haven't been
Okay,
winning.
so Dustin, his games this year before the game that he got injured, right? So he had the Bills. He had 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Then against the Browns, he had 225 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Then he had the Lions, 288, 3 and 0.
And then that's not even the rushing numbers.
No, that's not even including rushing numbers.
So it's a lot.
How many of those games did they win?
Oh, or no, they didn't beat the Bills,
They've got
did
like
they?
one
They have
win
one
on
win.
the year, don't they?
Or yeah,
I think they only have one win on the
1
year.
and 5.
Yeah, and his rating in those games is of 144, 128, and 148. Like what?
He's
Even the game that they lost and he got injured, he was at an 86. Like
Yeah.
you'd kill to have like a consistent 80s quarterback. Like
yeah.
I just feel like
Yeah.
the difference between Lamar Jackson and Cooper Rush might be the biggest like downgrade in the NFL.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah.
I think
Like the
I think
difference.
DeAndre Swift will not have a problem rushing against this defense.
No, I mean
I
their
think
their
Caleb
defense is
Williams
awful.
should be able to throw for 2 touchdowns.
Correct. I'm just saying I don't know how you think it doesn't make a
I
difference.
don't think the Ravens' offense
if like a
will
generational quarterback
be
is
able
playing.
to generate enough points to beat us. I think we're just gonna run the score up on them and beat them.
okay. What do we?
This
all right.
is the wow.
This scream shot bet.
Yeah. So shot bet. Do you want to do Lamar versus Caleb Williams at fantasy points?
No, because I think we're gonna run the ball better than they do. And
Okay.
So margin of victory. You clearly think you're going to win, regardless. So margin of victory. How confident are you?
Wait, we should do the spread first because this discussion will inform spread conversations.
And we're not even sure Lamar.
No, I want to know what he thinks before. Like I want him to like he's very confident they're going to win. So I would like to know.
So do you want him to just do it first?
I would like
Oh,
you.
so
to,
I think he wants us to make this shot bet.
yeah.
And
How much?
Because I'm saying we're winning. I'm not saying what
Yeah.
Vegas is saying.
Correct.
I'm just saying what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
I want him to say how much he thinks the Bears are going to win.
So
by.
what? Yeah. What would you put it at, Dustin?
I'm going to say the Bears win. I'm gonna put the line. My line is at 5.5.
So
You said you're gonna like dumpster them, and you just went 5.5.
so
That's a good number for a.
That's
for,
It's a 1-score game.
yeah, but we're still winning.
I think you should give it.
That
I
gives
think
you
you should
guys-
say.
because that just makes it. You guys are like, oh, I got an easy one, and
I say you should say 7.5 because then
7.5.
you win 2 scores.
It's a 2
All right,
score game.
7.5. Yeah.
All right, I'll take that action.
I am 1,000% taking the. So
The
hang on.
Ravens side of that.
Do we want the caveat? What happens if Lamar doesn't play?
Nothing.
If Lamar
I'm
doesn't,
saying that we win by 7.5.
if Lamar doesn't play, I don't like that bet anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if Lamar doesn't
that's why we're
play,
making the bet now.
No, so
because I think that Lamar Jackson,
You-
one of the best quarterbacks in football, matters.
yeah. So you
So maybe you pick the Bears.
you think the Bears will win with Lamar Jackson playing multiple scores?
I think they're gonna. I thought we were just saying they were gonna win.
Well, with Lamar Jackson playing, that's because we're talking about here.
I think Lamar Jackson's worth a touchdown.
Yeah,
I think if Lamar's out, we switch it to 14.
No, that's a huge line.
I think that's.
I think it's fair.
you.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Fine, we'll do it.
Okay.
You don't think you could beat Cooper Rush by 15 points?
All right.
All right, so we got
With
Bears.
with Lamar, it's Bears. I guess Bears
I have
minus
minus. yeah.
7.
8 or more.
Yeah.
Minus 7.5.
Yep.
And without is minus 14.5.
13.5. Right.
I said
Well,
he's worth a touchdown.
Oh.
So 14.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that part really matters. I think
Yeah.
it's-
So okay.
it's
So
either way.
Dustin takes Bears, and Adam and Kevin take
Yeah.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you're looking forward to the shot next week. Okay. Line.
All right. Line on this one.
The line has not moved. The over under
where is it
has.
again? It's
in Baltimore
In Baltimore.
at noon.
I think Vegas is assuming Lamar is going to play.
Okay.
Because that was the assumption a week ago into their bye was, okay, he'll rest up during the bye and he'll play this week. So I think until we hear otherwise, he didn't practice today apparently, but I think they're assuming he's going to play. So I am going to say this is going to be Ravens -3. Very lukewarm, trying to be tepid here.
Yep.
Dustin, what do you
Well,
got?
if Lamar's playing, I feel like Vegas would go higher than that at home. So I'll go Ravens.
Oh, so Lamar does matter.
To Vegas. I'll say Ravens 3.5.
You said what?
3.
You said Ravens -3.
Yeah.
It is Ravens -6.5.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to trap Dustin with that one because he was like, I don't think Lamar matters. So I thought he'd be like, it's even or something crazy like that.
My
Like,
thought and Vegas's thoughts are
It
different.
is Ravens, which is a wild 4-2 versus 1-5.
Dustin rope-a-doped me on that one. He was like, I don't think Lamar matters. And then he's like, well, if Lamar's playing, then I think it's more than that. I'm like,
All right.
wait, you were supposed to say less.
Over under. This has moved.
Over
So what do you got?
under 47.5.
Ooh, that's interesting. I'm going to go 48.
It was 49.5. It's 50.5.
Yeah, there it is.
I was
Points,
scared
points,
to go
points,
into the
points.
50s.
Yeah, that's because I'm thinking like Lamar and like the Ravens defense is so bad.
My initial thought was 51, and I was like, going into
It
the
always
50s is
feels hard
risky.
to say, especially when you don't know a quarterback is going to play. It just puts a little bit of a
Right.
wrinkle on
Yeah.
it.
All right, last one. Green Bay Packers at Pittsburgh taking on the Steelers on Sunday night football.
Yes, the Aaron Rodgers chance to beat all 32 NFL teams, and you can bet your ass that that spiteful man
Do
is
only
going
what
to.
one person has done before.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get up for this game. He is going to take
Be a
this
very,
shit very seriously.
very determined. Aaron
And I don't
Rodgers.
even, I don't
especially after losing to the Bengals last.
Yeah,
week.
I don't besmirch him for that either. Like, obviously, I think, anyway, it's a very reasonable thing to want to beat the team that moved on from you and sent you to the Jets for 2 years, which is otherwise known as hell.
Yeah.
Even though that's kind of where you wanted to go. So, this is weird because we're out of our, like, bad teams now. I don't think the Steelers are, like, a bad team. They're not, like, a top-tier NFL team, I don't think, but they're not, like, a mess.
Pushover.
Yeah, so maybe this is like the shot in the arm. I'm trying to go like silver lining here that like the Packers could stop playing down to their opponents and play level to their opponents or something and just kind of make a lateral move out to the Steelers. I don't hate our chances in this game. Like I think the Steelers are kind of a one-trick pony when it comes to Rodgers this season. It's very short A-dot. It's run the football. He has the ability to throw it deep down the field. We didn't talk about it, at least on the mics here.
Do you
but
see how pissed he got after the Freiermuth touchdown?
yeah, and he got tackled by his
got
offensive
tackled by
lineman.
his offensive
And he's like,
lineman.
dude, I'm like 50. Like, stop it.
He also
Don't do
yelled
that.
at Warren because he's like, it's not a flea
It wasn't.
flicker.
Yeah, Warren just threw the ball back to him. I'd yell at him too if he was like, "Hey, impromptu flea flicker. What do you got?" But he did throw the ball, I think, 69.8 yards on his Hail Mary attempt at the end of that game on Thursday last week, which is the longest throw in the NFL since 2017. That's crazy. At his age. Yeah, and you could tell, like, I think he just busted. Like, his arm was probably just a noodle for, like, 3 days
he looked
after
like
that.
a pitcher after
Yeah.
like throwing 8 innings.
Yeah, like he
big
was
ol'
pissed
ice
that like
pack.
nobody caught it, but he was also kind of happy. I could tell that like he got it there. You know, he didn't do a Jalen Hurts and just totally short arm it in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's not
was so
turning into Drew Brees.
Yeah,
at the end of
Jalen
his
Hurts,
career.
terrible passer. Anyway, so
Better Hail Marys.
I'm concerned about this because Aaron Rodgers. It feels like we've been leading up to this moment of letting like the old veteran quarterbacks dice us up a little bit in the last couple of weeks, and Aaron Rodgers feels like kind of the pinnacle of that.
Yeah.
I would very much like to see. I think what I came down to is I think it'd be really funny if A, Micah had a great game and sacked him, and B, like Matthew Golden did a bunch of stuff because it's the defensive splash playmaker and the first round wide receiver that we never gave him.
Yeah.
That would be kind of brutal, but I think that this has more of a potential to kind of turn into a rock fight, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's going to be pretty. It might end up being like the Jalen Warren and Josh Jacobs show.
How confident are you in Matthew Golden doing stuff?
Not very. I don't think that he's featured. I think that
So you don't want to do a 3 touchdown shot bet?
No.
I was
no.
even going to say like
I'm gonna
Matthew
back off of
Golden
that.
like 15 points or more.
Full PPR.
Yeah.
That's a lot for what he's done this
He's
year.
peaked at like 13 this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like 15 in full PPR is not. I mean, you get a touchdown and you know
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, but he's got 1 on the year?
He's got none.
He hasn't caught one? I thought
no.
he had 1.
He's due.
No, he doesn't have one.
Oof.
Take it down to.
I'd say like
I don't.
I'd
think
say
I
like
can take it
9 and a
down.
half.
I feel like that's crazy.
I'd say that's a good line.
So what's his max for the year? Because I'll give you that plus a little bit. So Javonte Williams or Jameson Williams has not been targeted. That's great. So Matthew Golden has peaked at 13.2. You know what? Fuck it. I'll give you 15.
15?
Yeah, sure.
I'll take under.
I knew. You didn't have to say it.
Yeah, I'll take under 2. Yeah.
Matthew Golden, 15, full PPR fantasy points.
Yeah.
PPR fantasy
Okay.
points.
Just because it's it has we've never taken a first round receiver with Aaron Rodgers. And
Yeah.
now it's the first game. He's going against them, and they have a first round receiver.
I mean, it would be a fun narrative,
Yeah.
right? You always got to root for the narrative.
all right.
All right.
The over under has moved. The line has not.
Dustin wants the line.
This is in Pittsburgh? Or is it in Green
It's
Bay?
in
in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Let's go. Packers minus 4.5.
I'll give me minus. Actually, 4.5 is pretty decent.
I'm learning.
I'm gonna say minus 5.
It is Packers minus 3.5.
Ah,
Look at that. Look at that.
he's adapting.
Yeah. All right. Over under.
Over under in this one, I'm going to say a modest 40. I'm going to go back to 43. It worked for me, but the last time I used it.
All right, I am not going to prices right you. Actually, no, I will. I'll go 43 and a
I was
half.
gonna say that's wild if you didn't. Just giving yourself less.
I
advantage.
was thinking 45, and then I thought about it, and I'm like,
He's a man of
we're
integrity.
supposed to have good defenses this
You
year.
would have been fine either way because it was 43.5. It is 44.5.
We're getting more dialed in though,
Mm-hmm,
boys. We're getting a lot closer on these.
Yeah. All right. That's gonna do it. That's gonna wrap her up here. So,
All right.
well, thanks for listening to our episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. Go to their website at 10ktakesmn.com. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. If you just search 10K Takes, you can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at Status Skull 10K, or by just searching Status Skull. We post links to the episode each week, as well as clips from the episode, highlights, reactions, memes, news for the Vikings, Packers, Bears, as well as the NFC North and NFL in general if it's big enough. We are 7 weeks in. Bye weeks are in full swing. All of our teams have had their bye weeks, so we have football the rest of the way, which is nice.
Full slate.
Full slate. The NFC North is clearly showing that it is the probably the toughest division, just from top to bottom, because, all teams are 500 or better. And that's always fun. Gotta love that, at least for competitive games, I guess. But nothing's easy. What? You said-
Nothing. I'm just breathing over
Okay.
here. Yeah. What do you want from me?
They're gonna say you were gonna jump in there, but
No.
all right.
I would never jump in.
Okay. I've been your host, Adam Oz, joined always by my co-host Kevin Ohm and producer Dustin Luco. Kevin, final words.